Trey, if you will, come up and
For those of y'all who don't know me, I'm Trey Hinton, and I'm a lifelong resident here in Sulphur Springs as well. I'm 32 years old, and I'm married to former Andy Stewart. We have two wonderful children together. I have a little girl that's 6, and her name's Hallie, and she attends school out here at the early childhood. And my son, his name's Wayne. He's Wayne the 4th, and he's 4 years old. And he spends most of his time with me right now. I'm going to miss him this next year when he starts school. But anyway, I'm just, it's time for us to, as young people, conservative people, to take a stand in this county. We've got to stand up for what's right and quit letting them run over us, folks. If we don't do it, nobody else will. And that's why I'm here. I'm a conservative leader, have always been in everything that I've done, and I just would appreciate y'all's voice out in the community and in your vote as well. And I've got some signs over here. If any of you'd like to take them and put in your yard, we sure would appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Thank you very much. I will introduce this John Cooper. John is running for, he's running against Ralph Hall in the primary, is what it amounts to, for Congress. And I would have John to come speak, but if it's all right, John, we're going to go ahead and get into the program, because we've had you speak in Irwin and Holland last month, and we really need to get on into the program. I would like to get our SREC up here, Mr. John Cook. In case you don't know, the SREC State Republican Executive Committee. He's a committeeman, and he's going to tell us what transpired in a recent meeting it had, and then he's going to introduce Ash Wright, and they're going to, I think, together. We were going to have a PowerPoint presentation, but unfortunately the projector that I picked up, last minute pickup, and last month when we picked it up it worked fine, but this month they give us a wrong cord or something, and it's not working. But anyhow, here's John Cook.
Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to be here tonight, and I appreciate the fact that we have done some great things in Hopkins County, and I'm looking forward, especially with these young guys. I can say young guys. I'm 66 years old, so it's nice to see young people coming up through the ranks and stepping up to. It's a tough job too, running for office, and you know your family has to be with you. Everybody has to be on board for what you're doing. I appreciate the fact, and give them another hand there. That's fantastic. Thank you. And speaking of the younger generation coming up, we have some special recognition here tonight. And I'd like Rosemary Horn to come up. And she didn't realize this was happening. I don't even know if she really realized that you were picked by this county as a Volunteer of the Year in the last election cycle. Did you know that?
No.
And we have for you, and this woman has been around for a long time. She's even been here longer than I have, so we appreciate all you've done. And this is for the last election cycle, and we had some really good candidates running. And the man that got the district one had a lot of good things going for him. He's helped all over the country in elections. He helped also in different counties in our district. But nobody has done more than Rosemary in her career in the Hopkins County Republican Party. And I want to thank her for all the work she's done. She's just a great woman. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate this so much. You may not think this is a big crowd, but 30 years ago, this would have been a big crowd for Republicans in Hopkins County.
Thank you, Rosemary. We have another little, I'm not sure if I should do this now, but I guess I will. Because I have to talk about the CRC committee and the party. Yeah, if you would. Thank you. We are And Beth is a recipient of our money. And in fact, last election cycle, the CRC gave away, and let me explain the CRC. That's the Candidate Resource Committee. We help candidates in the general election, not the primary. We can't do that. We can only help in the general election. So if you guys win your races, you need to talk to your county chairman, Donnie Wisenbaker, and then he will give you the applications to fill out so you can receive, hopefully, as much as Beth got. She got $2,000, I believe it was. $2,500. You got 2 donations, didn't you? Yeah. So that was the most we've ever given away. And in our presentation to the candidates of the state that we supported, 68% won their elections. And because of the amount of money we're giving away. So now this year we have vowed to do more this time than we've ever done before also. And the busy people seem to get all the work, and I have to tell you about some of the stuff I'm doing. But anyway, this is our poster, and if you'll notice the smiling face up there, the only smiling face that's on here is Beth Wisenbaker, and we're proud to have her on there. This is a poster that goes to each of the counties, and we're asking each of the counties to get involved and make some sort of county goal, and then keep track of it on the like the thermometer, like they use in things like I guess it's chamber meetings or chamber events, things like that. But anyway, we're asking each of the counties to do that, and there should have been a poster that was received here already, but apparently they haven't got it. So we'll get you guys one. I'll give you mine. In fact, you can have mine. Anyway, that's some of the things I needed to mention here tonight. Also, I was told to talk about some of the issues we had going on at the party this weekend, and we had ballot propositions that are going to appear on the ballot in March. And those, all these are important. So we would appreciate people voting and getting people to vote yes for all these ballot propositions. And this is pretty much what we put these items on there to enforce the legislation that goes through the House and the Senate. This is the way that people feel in Texas, and we need to make sure that these issues are put forth and that we pass these. The first one is ballot proposition 1 is photo ID. Everybody knows how important photo ID is. We've had people in our own party that stalled that legislation. We got it through the Senate immediately, went to the House, the committee, in the Elections Committee. It was Betty Brown's bill. She's on that committee. And the chairman of that committee was Todd Smith, who's a Republican, who's one of the Gang of 11. And if you don't know the Gang of 11, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, he's one of the Gang of 11 that pretty much stopped that photo ID bill from getting through first of all, the committee and then the House. So that's the first ballot proposition I'd like you to vote for. The second one is controlling government growth. That's a no-brainer, right? The way things are going in our country right now. That's ballot proposition 2. And then ballot proposition 3 is cutting federal income taxes. That's a no-brainer. And proposition 4 is public acknowledgement of God. To me, that's probably the most important one. The ballot proposition 5 is about sonograms. I mean, it's seen that if a woman sees a sonogram, she has an 80% chance of not having an abortion. So we would appreciate all these ballot propositions passing on the ballot, and it's in the Republican primary only.